Okay, question 9. This time we've got a problem-solving type of task. We've got a piece of wire, it's 2,000 centimetres long, and it's made all the edges of this cuboid. And you can see that we've got 2x for the height, 3x for the length, and w for the width. Find w in terms of x. Now, we've got information about the 2,000 centimetres long, so if I add up all the sides, that should equal 2,000 centimetres. So we've got 4 of the 3x and 4 of the 2x and 4 w's and that equals 2,000. So I can say that 20x plus 4w equals 2,000. I'll rearrange to get w by itself, so it's 2,000. 4w is 2,000, take 20x, and so w is 500 minus 5x. So we've done part A. We found w in terms of x, centimetres cubed. Okay, part B says to find the volume, an expression for the volume in terms of x. So we know the volume of a cuboid is just length by width by height, or area of the base times height is another way to do it. And so we know, we just worked out our length was 3x, our width was 500 minus 5x, and our height was 2x. Now I'm just going to rearrange that a little bit. So I've got 6x squared bracket 500 minus 5x. So that is our volume formula in terms of x. And you can see if you expand it out, it would be a cubic. Part C says state the possible values of x. Now, we need to have volume. We can't have a negative volume. So volume has to be greater than 0. So that means in our equation up the top there, x has to be greater than 0, or 500 minus 5x has to be greater than 0. So if I solve this inequation, and 500 is greater than 5x, so I would end up with 100 is greater than x, or another way to write that is x is less than 100. So we've got two rules for x, and we can write it in the form of 1 because x has to be less than 100 or greater than 0, and that's the way that we can write it more simply. Okay, part D says find the volume if x equals 50. Now you could do this on your CAS calculator and graph it and go to x is 50 using trace, but we're just going to use algebra. So we're doing 6 times 50 squared bracket 500 minus 5 times 50. So everywhere there's an x, we put in a 50. And we can figure out that that is 3,750,000 centimetres cubed. Part E. Find the maximum volume. You're going to have to use CAS for this one. We haven't learned the algebra yet. So on your CAS calculator, you sketch in the graph on a graphing page. And then use menu, analyze, maximum, and that will tell you the maximum value. And it should be 40 million over 9 centimetres cubed, if that helps.